Well, good morning. Welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we're working on this 2001 Ford F250 6.8 liter V10 4x4 again. Today what we're doing is we are doing the rear shocks. All four shocks on this truck were worn out. We're just doing them. We're putting Bilsteins on all four. I'm not sponsored, just happen to like Bilstein. So what we're using, these Bilsteins, they look great. The boots, when they come in, come kind of compressed and ugly, but I'm not really a boot color guy. I don't really care what the boot looks like. I actually like it better without the boot. I keep the boot on to protect it, obviously, but I'm imagining it's going to round itself out when we extend it anyway. So this is part number Bilstein B5224186025. I think the actual part number, if you Google it, is going to be 24-168025. But that's all. It just comes with a sticker I already took out. I put it on my work laptop, but there's a little sticker that comes with it, and the shocks. That's it. So it's got the rubber bushings already up here and the metal bushing down on the other side. So it should be a very smooth, easy install, I'm thinking. I'm hoping. I hate it when an easy install goes super difficult. Really all I'm planning on doing is dropping the spare tire. You might not have to, but for video purposes, getting camera and hands up there, I'm going to drop the spare tire and then we're going to change it out. You don't need to take your tires off, don't need to lift it up, don't need to jack it up, don't need to squat it down. Should be very smooth, easy going. So let's do it. All right, right now we're dropping the tire just to get it out of the way for ease of use. It's important to note, guys, when you watch my videos, I'm not a professional, I'm not a mechanic. I've never been to school for any kind of mechanical stuff. I've never done anything. I'm not smart. I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? So if you do what I'm doing and something doesn't work out, don't ask me why, because I don't know how it worked out for me in the first place, okay? Like I said, not a professional, not a mechanic. I'm just a guy with too many vehicles with issues to pay a mechanic, because I'd literally take more than my salary. So I figure things out for myself, and I take you guys along for the way. So I show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, but it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's correct. I'm just showing you that if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. That's kind of all we're doing here, so keep that in mind. Take this, get it out of your way. All right, so you're looking at your front passenger side shock right now, your rear. It says red bad boy, yours is probably a different color, who knows. You got one bolt on the bottom, one bolt on the top. We're gonna start with the top for no other reason than I feel like starting at the top. I'm just gonna stick your 18mm ratchet on there. If you have an impact, this will go a lot faster. This one is actually hardly even tight, so. And then there's your nut for the top side. Pull that off. And then we can do the bottom. Exact same process. Put your 18mm ratchet. Ooh, this one they got tight. All right, and then once you get the backer, once the backer starts to loosen, go ahead and put your crescent on there just to hold it. Or you can do it this side, would probably be easier. Hopefully I'm recording. All right, there's your nut for the lower side. And then for the bottom, you want to take your hammer and pop it out. All right, once you get that bottom bolt out, you can kind of just pop this out of place and see how it's extending. I'm betting this shock was actually still pretty good. Anyway, now that it's off, you do the same thing at the top. You just got to wiggle it, break it loose from the bolt up top. And there we go. All right, so these are your two shocks. You got your old one, which is fully extended, and your new one. Now, quick tip, they come pre-compressed. That's what the strap is for. They don't come extended. I don't know what the original owner had in here, or previous owner. I don't know if this was stock size. I don't know if this was already extended. I'm imagining this is stock, and then once you pop this, it's going to extend even further out than this one. I don't know that. But what I do know is right now when you dry fit it with the band on, it lines up with the purchase perfectly. So if you don't want to struggle too much, leave that band on while you install it, and then it'll just be a lot easier. Now for curiosity's sake, I'm probably going to do this one with the band on to show you the easy way, and then the second shock I'll probably bust loose just to see how much longer it is than the one that was on there previously. Alright, then once you get it to where you can find some threads, you can snug it back on with the bolt. The bolt will, or the nut. You could also put some lube on there. Might help prevent squeaks, might not, don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, once you get that most of the way, you can call it good for a few minutes until you get this one mounted. See what I mean by this lining up almost perfectly while it's strapped? That's why we're gonna do this. It's just a little bit long, which is fine. So for this, it's just a little bit difficult to get in there. So we're gonna use a ratchet for some leverage. Just push up and your bolt should go right in, just like so. And then you can go ahead and put your nut on. Hold it with your crescent. Go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, now at this point, go ahead and cut that strap off. Get rid of that. And you can torque it down. So I looked up in the repair manual, and it says the upper mounting nut is 17 foot-pounds and the lower is 46 for my vehicle. It does vary based off a year and model, so make sure you look that up for yourself. I'm using this digital torque meter, or torque gauge. I like it quite a bit actually. Got it from Harbor Freight. Not saying they're good, not sponsored. I'm just saying I just bought it, tried it once, and I liked it. It's gonna be the second time I've used it. So bottom, we're gonna do 46 foot-pounds. Which is right there. Okay, so 17 foot-pounds up top. There we go. All right, that's it for the passenger side. Now we can move to the driver's side. So the driver's side is the exact same process, only you don't have the exhaust in your way, which is great. So I'm going to make things harder on myself. I'm going to pop these open. Okay. So these are for 0 to 2 inches of lift. And they are indeed longer than whatever the heck these red ones are. Not very much though, but yeah. Anyway, now let's put this one on. Now that it's extended, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to compress to get the bolt in, but whatever. Where would we be without a challenge? Use that brain your wife thinks you have. Or maybe she married you because she knows you don't have one. And just like we brought it down, you're gonna stick it back up. And by the way, I don't have the key. I busted the key off because when I got this truck, it didn't come with a key. So if you have a key, your end will look just a little bit different. But okay. And we're just gonna raise your tire back up. All right, guys, easy as that, nothing to it. To replace your rear shocks on this 2001 F250. At the beginning of the video I said you may or may not have to take the tire off. Just take it off. You're gonna have so much more room. It's gonna be so much easier. If your shocks come banded, which most of them do, as you saw in that second shock, which was for entertainment purposes only, you're going to want to leave it banded as long as possible installing. These ones happen to come almost perfectly banded, so you didn't have to adjust it at all to get it installed. So those are the Bilsteins. They are for 0 to 2 inches of lift, which is good because I might be doing 2 inches of lift here soon. Probably not, probably 1. I don't know, we'll see. If you want to see more videos on this truck, we put on some aftermarket side mirrors. We've done, we're doing some tires. We've done oil change. We've done air conditioning replacement. We did the whole system, everything, even the evaporator. But yeah, more videos to come as well. So that being said, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you next time.